I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I shoot these videos at my home. I don't want to go to my office. I like to be relaxed, sitting in shorts. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff. You can look at my my staff and all my TV interviews. I've done about 10 of them in the last couple years. ABC, Fox, and the rest of them. You can find them at 777irs.com. I make these videos for 3 reasons, real quick, so you don't get ripped off. There's a lot of phony stuff going out there. Number 2, so you get insider information from a former IRS agent, so you know really what's going on. And number 3, I like to educate you on things. Today is an educational video. I do very little self-promotion. If you want to call me, you can just call me whenever, in fact, that you need to do that. So anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about step-by-step IRS relief. So what do you do when you get a letter from Internal Revenue Service? Usually, let me just tell you the process. The IRS's computer system systematically generates letters to you. They generate a CP-14 to start. They generate a CP-501, 503, CP-504, and a 1058. Those series of letters take a period of about, 5 months. So you want to have a plan. So how do you get this tax relief? Well, number 1, the first thing you want to do, you want to look at the letter and see if the liability is right or wrong. You'd be surprised. I'd say a third of the clients have no idea why they got the letter, and the letter doesn't match up to the tax return. So the very first thing you have to do is you have to go ahead and make sure that that letter in fact is correct. If not, somebody will have to call IRS and get the correct liability. Number 2, you could pull IRS transcripts on your own at irs.gov, and you could ask for your account history transcripts or your wage and income and just see what IRS has on you. A lot of people have no idea that their transcripts are available to them. The third thing you want to do is you want to make sure all your tax returns are filed. IRS is not going to really work with you. They're going to give you a hard time until all the tax returns are filed. So just know that. Make sure you get those done. Fourth, if you're a self-employed, you want to make sure your estimate payments are made, or you have enough withholding coming out to make sure that next year you're not going to owe any money. IRS is really big. When I used to knock at doors, the 2 things that are really important is that you're making current payments so you stop the problem and your returns are filed. Those are really 2 important things. The last thing is, what is your exit strategy going to be on the case? Well, if that liability is correct, how are you going to close the case? IRS has 3 methods of closing your case. Just so you know, when they look and examine a financial statement they're going to ask for, which is a 433F, they're going to either close that case by currently non-collectible, by a payment agreement, or maybe the filing of an offer in compromise if you can truly settle your debt. Be careful. Don't jump off building and say, oh, I can reduce this liability. Not all liabilities can be reduced. Most of the people that call me are not eligible for an offer in compromise. I taught the offer program, the tax debt settlement program at IRS. I'm a national expert in those, and people will rip you off by saying, oh, we can save you this and that. Half that stuff is pure crap. I would urge you to go to the IRS pre-qualifier tool first. Not that it's 100% accurate, but type in IRS pre-qualifier tool and find out, in fact, if you think you can qualify. If you have the money to pay the tax, either with equity in your home, an IRA pension, IRS is not going to accept your offer if you do have the money. You just can't reduce your tax debt because you want to. This program is for people who really can't pay. If you're not sure which one you're eligible for, you're welcome to fill out a financial statement, a 433A. I use the A as a revenue officer. I'll take a look at it and we'll find out if in fact it's possible. I can tell you what program at least you're eligible for. If you're going to do an offer, it takes a year for that offer to go through. Most people that call me usually get payment agreements or they're in hardship. Don't go and get ripped off by some salesperson or company that's going to take your money and promise you a settlement. IRS accepts about 20% of those, and I would say that 80% of the people out there who are selling offers in compromise are selling them under false pretenses. So if you're going to go ahead and try to reduce your debt, only 3 people can talk to the IRS on your behalf: an attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent. They're the only ones licensed to talk to IRS. When you're talking to someone, if you're not going to call us, and you may not want, it's not a big deal. Just make sure they're an attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent, and don't let anyone else tell you, oh, I've done this, I've done that. If they're not licensed to practice from IRS, pick up your phone, hang up, and start over. It's not going to work. Anyway, we're here for free consultations. By the way, if this video was helpful, most people don't know this, but YouTube grades us kind of by the people who go ahead and give us subscriptions. I've got over 5,000, so I would appreciate you doing that. I do try to give you quality information. You can send me an email or make a comment. If you want me to do a YouTube and follow up with something, let me know. I thank you so much for giving me that subscription and listening today. Blessings.